The next installment of the acclaimed Batman movie series, The Dark Knight, just hit theaters. Here is Jared Wierzbicki to tell us about it.
Director Christopher Nolan recently released his sequel to the acclaimed movie Batman Begins, and critics are hailing it as a masterpiece. People say it's the godfather of superhero movies. Though just released, this blockbuster is said to be on the road to remapping superhero comics and movies as we know it. So, is all the admiration towards this movie justified, or is it simply another overrated superhero movie? No, The Dark Knight's pretty darn good.
And here we go.
The Dark Knight is a love letter to superhero movies, as its story, characters, and cinematography are all difficult to trump. From the Joker firing a rocket launcher at an armored truck to an intense fistfight with Batman, this movie keeps you on the edge of your seat for the full 2.5 hours.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan? You know what I am? I'm a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. You know, I just do things.
The brooding score composed by Hans Zimmer captures the feel of our masked hero beautifully and builds the tension within every scene. Batman, played by Christian Bale, has managed to keep most of the criminals off the streets of Gotham City. The crime bosses are all fearful of the police and Batman. That is, until the Joker, played by Heath Ledger, has something to say about it.
A year ago, these cops and lawyers wouldn't dare cross any of you. I mean, what happened?
While the story may not seem all that in-depth and interesting at first glance, the characters and problems within the movie stack and build on each other until it seems that everything's going wrong. This causes massive tension for the viewers.
Fox, the SWATs are targeting the wrong people. The clowns are hostages.
Red team, go! Red team, go!
One of the great things that puts this movie on the top of other superhero movies includes its misdirection throughout the movie.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
Many times you think you'd figure out something, whether it be the Joker's plan or a different plot point, and then the movie takes a dramatic twist, throwing the viewer off and making you doubt everything you've previously seen on the screen.
See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Thanks to a great acting job by Christian Bale and an even better job by Heath Ledger, The Dark Knight comes to life and you feel like you've been transported to Gotham City.
That's cold.
Where's Dent?
Those mob fools want you gone so they can get back to the way things were. But I know the truth. There's no going back. You've changed things. Forever.
One character that was recast from Batman Begins was Rachel Dawes, who was originally portrayed by Katie Holmes, but is now played by Maggie Gyllenhaal in this movie. Rachel Dawes is a good friend of Bruce Wayne and turns out to play a major part in the story. While she may not be the main superhero or supervillain, she drives the subplots brewing within the movie.
You once told me that if the day came when I was finished, that we'd be together.
Bruce, don't make me your one hope for a normal life.
Harvey Dent, played by Aaron Eckhart, is the boyfriend of Rachel and an official crime stopper in Gotham. He is tempted and enticed by the villains and sub-villains within the movie to turn evil. These interactions simply add another layer of conflict within this already multi-layer cake.
That's why I'm not gonna leave it up to me. Heads, you gotta keep your head. Tails, not so lucky.
The constantly building subplots between the sub-characters and superb acting is really what puts this movie on the top. Harvey, Rachel, and Bruce's characters all add integral pieces to the plot and create a deep and meaningful story. This is one of those movies where I had to watch it a couple of times to really get and appreciate all the aspects within.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
One of the things that really sets this apart from any other superhero movie is its lack of constant action. Many superhero movies have back-to-back action scenes, and while that's very entertaining, The Dark Knight takes superheroes to a whole nother level by creating and sustaining an in-depth plot.
I've seen now it would have to become to stop men like him.
The script is very tight, as nothing in the movie is said for no reason. Quotes and plot points keep coming back again and again, keeping this a compact, yet in-depth experience.
What do you propose?
It's simple. We kill the Batman.
If it's so simple, why haven't you done it already?
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
While The Dark Knight is very good, it has some problems, even though there are a small amount of them.
Let's put a smile on that face.
First off, there are some scenes that are kind of unbelievable. Whether it be people that Batman most likely killed, or someone sneaking weaponry into a court, there are some scenes that detract from the story a little bit.
Carbon fiber, 28 caliber, made in China. If you want to kill a public servant, Mr. Maroney, I recommend you buy American.
Another one of the major problems with The Dark Knight is that it is very long. A 2.5-hour movie might bore people after a while. I would also not recommend small children seeing this movie, as its length and action scenes makes this a movie for a more mature audience.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Now, this may seem like a stretch, but another thing that people might find problematic with this movie is that the characters, especially Batman, can be a little hard to understand at times.
You're garbage who kills for money.
Don't talk like one of them. You're not. Even if you'd like to be.
Some of my friends and family had a difficult time comprehending what the characters were saying. Christian Bale lowers and roughs his voice up, making it hard to understand. In a very plot-driven movie, this flaw may be very annoying for certain viewers.
Losing their minds. This city just showed you that it's full of people ready to believe in good. Until their spirit breaks completely.
To top it all off, The Dark Knight ends with a sad but satisfying finale. All joking aside, The Dark Knight is a quality movie, and its positives heavily outweigh its negatives. This movie is a must-see and trumps most movies that came out this year. The Dark Knight will most likely remap how all superhero movies are made from now on. I'm Jared Wierzbicki.
Thank you for your review, Jared. It looks like Christopher Nolan has another winner on his hands.